morning. You're listening to Overcoming Life. I am your host, Opal Bailey. Today is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. And you may be thinking, how can we rejoice in such a situation where we're hearing so many things going on in our world today, so many ups and downs, so many hate crimes and different things that is coming to basically to cause us not to even receive joy or even walk in it or even live in it. You know what? When you're focusing so much on what everyone else is doing, and of course you want to be knowledgeable about what's going on in our world, and I'm not saying that you don't have to be knowledgeable about it, but when you have Christ in your life, it's different. Our perspective on life is different. We look at things different. We can rejoice in a world that seemed to be going chaotic. And that's what I mean when I really believe it seemed to be doing that way, because God said that Jesus said he already overcame the world. He said even our faith has overcame the world. So we already overcame. If he's already overcame, then we can live in this world victoriously. We can walk in this world with joy. In spite of what's going on, in spite of what's happening, we can rejoice. It doesn't mean that you go every day smiling and fake it till you make it. I'm not talking about that kind of rejoicing, but knowing that God is still in control. And some may say, how is he in control with all this chaos going on? But you know what? He's not unaware of what's going on. He's not sitting there and say, oh, I'm turning my eye against this and I'm not going to pay attention to it. He's just giving us time so that we can come to know him more and so that we could be who he called us to be. Be encouraged today to rejoice in the midst of your situation, no matter what is going on in your life, no matter how you feel. You may not even feel like rejoicing, but think of something that God has done in your life. If nothing else, think of the time that he delivered you, or maybe he healed you, or maybe you prayed and asked him for something and he answered you. And if you still can't think of anything, think about you being alive today, that you woke up this morning. His breath is still in your body. And some believe that, hey, I woke up on my own. I'm doing everything on my own. God is not in it. And that's your prerogative. But the truth is that his breath is in your body, because if you take his breath from you, you won't be moving. So just rejoice in the fact that you know that we have a God that sits on the throne and that Jesus gave everything to us that we can live a fulfilled, complete, and joyful life. He paid the price for us to do that. We don't have to walk around in distress, worried, anxious, angry. We could be upset about things going on. We can be even angry about things going on, but we don't have to allow those things to overtake us to where we can't enjoy our life. We're so focused on everything that's negative. The Bible tells us to rejoice in the Lord always. Rejoice. He didn't say when things are good. He didn't say when things are bad. He didn't say when you feel like it and when you don't feel like it, or if I'm giving you what you want or if I don't give it to you. He said always rejoice. We always have an opportunity to show Christ in our lives to someone else. And it's by our example. We don't always have to preach to them. We don't always have to tell them about Jesus. But just our lifestyle can be such an impact to someone, because someone could be watching you at work. Someone could be watching how you handle situations in a meeting or in your home or wherever you may be. That's your mission field. Wherever we are, that is our mission field. And what an impact it would be if someone sees you acting differently than what they expect you to be, because they're used to you being upset, or they're used to you coming back with something negative to say, or something, they are so used to you being, and you come with the opposite. And I'm gonna give you an example. I go to when I go to work. There are times when I get up in the morning at 5 a.m, I don't feel like getting up. I mean, I'm going to be real. I don't feel like getting up at 5 a.m. to be at work at 6. However, when I get up, my main focus is, God, thank you for this day, because you didn't have to give it to us. You didn't have to give this to me, Lord. Thank you for all the things you've given me, whether they're not enough. I feel like they may be not enough. They may be too much. Regardless of the point, I wake up with a thankful heart. And then I ask the Lord to just help me to have the right attitude throughout my day. And when I go to work, I'm an outgoing person anyway. And so I love people. I love interacting with people anyway. But it shows when I go to work. Because people always telling me, Opal, you're always smiling. Opal, you coming in singing. Because I said, I rejoice in the day. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what my coworkers are doing, what someone didn't do, how they act towards me. My actions does not dictate by what they do to me. And when you have that kind of joy, Jesus tells us the joy that he gives, the world can't take it away. It's not the joy in having things. It's not the joy of acquiring things, because those things can fade just as quick as they come. But his joy is knowing that I have a Savior who loves me, who cares about me, and who sees every step that I take. And he's with me, and he's watching over me, and he got my back. And to me, that's enough for me to be joyful about. Because there are people that I trusted and relied on, they ain't get my back the way Jesus has. So when I get up in the morning, it's a choice that we make. We have a choice to act crazy or to be saved. We have a choice to love or hate. It's all about a choice. So go throughout this week. Make a point this morning. If you got up and you're feeling humdrum and you just don't feel like facing the meetings you have to attend to, or the kids or whatever, take the time and just say, God, help me today to be who you called me to be. It's just that simple. We don't have to spend 2 or 3, 4 hours in the presence of God for him to move in our lives. Look to what matters. And everything else that comes your way that is distressing to you or it upsets you, talk to the Lord about it. He's faithful. He's such a loving Father that he cares about us. I know the world want people to believe that God is this judge sitting on the throne and he's ready to hammer us down, but that's not who he is. He's a loving Father who really wants the best for us. And if we come to the realization of it, we will realize that our life in the Lord is so beautiful. It's so wonderful because we have someone who's constantly watching over us. The Bible tells us that he doesn't sleep. He doesn't slumber. He sees everything. He looks on the unjust as well as the just. So he sees it all. That should encourage your heart today to rejoice, knowing that you're not alone, knowing that you can overcome whatever situation that comes your way this morning, whatever situation that even comes throughout the week. You are an overcomer because Jesus said, I've already overcame the world. He's already settled it. This is just everything just going in play, but he's already overcame it. We already have the victory. We can walk in victory every single day because he's already given it to us. And it doesn't mean walking in victory doesn't mean we are omitted from troubles. We are omitted from pain or hurt. It just means that I don't have to walk through what I'm going through and dealing with what I'm dealing with on my own. I have someone that I can talk to, and he'll give me the peace that I need, even in the midst of all the chaos that I see or I'm experiencing or even that's going around me. Be encouraged this morning to rejoice. And I say again, rejoice in the Lord. You've listened to Overcoming Life. I am your host, Opal Bailey. God bless you.